Hey guys, hope you're all doing very well and welcome back to episode 4 of our F1 2020 MyTeam career mode. Still a bit of a mouthful that, isn't it? But anyway, so let's sort out all these activity timelines. It's such a juggling act. It really is. I never expected it to be like this, but it's certainly interesting. And also, I see we've got a few resource points, so better off getting them spent. You can see we've got a failure there. What was that? Rear wing? I didn't quite see it properly. We've got a durability failure for the gearbox. There's also another failure, me trying to get my words out then. That didn't go too well. I have sped it up, so again, I don't bore you all to death. We've just got resource points increased then, so we can keep the car development coming. And also decided... No? Oh, I thought I did. That shows how long ago this happened in terms of me recording it and putting the voiceover. What I was about to say is that I put some more effort into supporting the second driver, which is Ralph Boschung. What we got here, we're doing ignition system, or at least mulling it over. Nope, we're going for it. Hopefully get this car towards the back end of the midfield. At the moment, I feel like we're just between the back end of the midfield and being the very back along with Williams, which we don't want. Williams is a nice company, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather be up towards the front in the end, but we've got to earn it. So here we are, Ralph's stats, and have a quick look at the driver market, because as some of you might know, some of you maybe not know this, after halfway through the season, you actually have to re-sign your driver or pick someone else. So, got plenty of options there in the free agents, and also quickly seeing the prices for some of the other people already on the grid, like a George Russell for example. That would be quite a superstar to grab. Got 1.26 million there, so I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see how the future goes. But anyway, time to advance the time. And we have a press interview with the one and only Will Buxton.
Well, it's great to be back at your headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions. Will your team be going for the Constructors' Championship this season, or just for points?
Dude, it's our first year, come on. Need points if we can, now that we've upped the difficulty a bit. Points. It'd be nice to do a brawn, don't get me wrong. The car kind of looks like a brawn.
Your team's been picking up points fairly consistently. Do you think you'll be able to become a challenge to the top teams in the future?
Points would be nice, but again, we've upped it, so we'll see what happens.
Driver being longer, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful?
And this one's really simple. If he can drive, he keeps his seat.
Predictions for your team going into this season?
You're a bit late asking this question, mate.
Let's talk about
3 races in.
driver. How are they settling in?
Yeah, he's liking the car. He's happy to be in F1.
Thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. Anyway, now all that lovely stuff is done, let's carry on advancing the time. Money in, money out. Developments on the car, as I was about to say. Ah, I knew we did it. I knew we did it. I was just a bit hasty. And, well, now we've got that fully developed, we might as well try and add on to it. So there we go, the next part. And now we're just trying to get an idea of what is next and how much they're all going to cost. But anyway, gearbox durability, very nice. And let's get into this race. On a track I've not actually driven a whole lot on this game or in games previous. I really cannot think of the last game that this track was on. I literally have to think back to Toka Race Driver 2, I think it is. I think it was Toka Race Driver 2. Yeah.
We've got a situation at the moment. Seems like something's off with the fuel injection system. We're looking into it, but we're going to be out of action for a few minutes.
Oh, great. Well, now we are back on track and smashing the track acclimatization. Getting greens and purples, just what we want. Minding our own business. Bit of a weak track for me. And you see, going understeer there, and oh, what happened here? Me, Racing Point. Oh. Probably my fault. And also, I think our second collision of the year after Vietnam, if you've seen that episode already. If you haven't, it'll be further on in this playlist, so you'll be able to find it. Oops.
Let's talk about what happened. Who's your main competition on the grid?
Lando, Lance or Daniel? Definitely Daniel. Lando and Lance will definitely be out of reach, especially when we turn difficulty up.
Are you hoping to have your reliability issues sorted out before qualifying?
I bloody hope so. It would be good. Can't qualify if the car won't go.
Great. Well, that's everything.
And here we go, qualifying. Lots of orange in the stands, as you'd expect. Hopefully one day we'll have them wearing purple and blue and white. Oh, there's no problems this time. That's good to know. Can actually go straight out. Yeah, part firming, we know about that. Time to get on track. And here we are on track for a lap of Zandvoort. Going down, start finish straight, 200 mile an hour, just flicking over. 180 degree right hand, first corner. Get through that pretty easy. Car's a bit jerky, you can see. Turn 2, or now into 3. Clip a bit of curb on the entrance to 2, but don't touch that curb on the exit of 3 because it proper slows you down. Going through these high speed curves now. Quite a fan of this, it is spectacular to do. Don't quite trust the car to go flat all the way through though. A bit of grass on the inside. And again, now a little bit understeer in that corner. Let's hopefully not understeer much. No, we got that pretty nice. Not so much on the exit though because it tightens up. We've got a Ferrari proper behind us, but we are on our fast lap, so you're going to have to wait, sunshine, or fight your way past. I've got DRS. Kimi Räikkönen goes fastest. I don't think we're going to get near that. Bit of a jerk there on the camera, sorry about that, but we did miss the apex just about in that previous corner. Got a bit too much curb there on the inside, a little bit more curb than we want on the outside. Wait for VTEC to kick in, yo. DRS, and now that Ferrari is going to try get past us on the straight line. And he goes quickest, that Ferrari, we don't. However, I think we can claim an assist there, giving Vettel the DRS slipstream. I did try again, it didn't quite work. Got the track limits, and this is something that I think should be improved for the next game. Instead of yellow flag when there's a car going slow, incorporate the white flag into the game, please. Because this is just silly now. Because those cars would have gone past in real life. I remember on previous games you could do this, go off the track, and the cars wouldn't register, so they'd bugger off. But nope, I've got these two squeezing me, and well, that's some bullshit. Where's Vettel's penalty then? Has he got one? I wish I just pressed pause and returned to garage.
Let's review our top 3 today. Verstappen, Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Yeah. I suppose we're only 4 races in. We can't be expecting to be near the front. We beat a Williams, that'll do me. Leveling up a little bit, so hopefully we'll get some more sponsors on soon. Level 10, I believe.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
I think it was just me with a penalty, unfortunately. So starting last place, just what we want. Fortunately, it is a track that you can overtake on in the game. In real life, I'm not so sure about that. we'll have to see. Hopefully we'll see this year. If not, maybe next year. This is a track I do want to see, unlike Vietnam. That track can just go to hell. Not for me. But anyway, enough waffling. Let's get on with the race.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity.
Thank you for that, Crofty, but I think I'll take it from here now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, holding the revs, hold the clutch, don't jump the start, and away we go. Pretty decent start for us. Boschon gets us way well, and Latifi squeezes us, giving a little tap up the rear as well. Hurry up, jump down the inside because the AI loves to go 2x2 on the racing line, or as close as it can get to it. We're into P19 now, got a wall of Alfa Romeo in front. Pierre Gasly to our left somewhere, jump down the outside, hopefully around the outside of Russell. That would be brilliant if we could, and we just get a bit frightened off the apex, unfortunately. So Giovinazzi and Gasly speed past us, but Kimi Raikkonen stays behind us. That's interesting. So Gasly had a good corner there. Just hang it around these faster corners. I have got the disadvantage because I have the slower tyre. You can see the yellow marked medium tyre, whereas everyone else around is on the red marked soft, the faster one. Top left hand corner. If you're not familiar with how this works, you'll see the diagram with the S and the just about readable M. But anyway, down the back straight, bit of a short run. Try not to go into the back of anyone, and hopefully no one goes into the back of us, which they have not. Not for the one to try though, because Kimi seems to be much quicker. Look at him pulling out. You can just see in the rear view mirrors. Bit of understeer in the corner there. Not the greatest run onto the front straight. Max Verstappen's already in the lead of his home race and set the fastest lap. Good for him. That's a world away for us yet though. But anyway, opening lap is done. Let's try to keep with the rest of the people. Oh! Stay away from that curb. That curb is not your friend. Jumping forward to halfway round lap 2. Still in P19. Gasly's having a go at Giovinazzi in front of us there. We've got a great view of it. He's not going to go on the outside, is he? We try to join in and nearly cut the corner, which would not have gone well. The gravel is not your friend. Gasly has got ahead of Giovinazzi though. So good move by him. And we hopefully might be able to get close in the slips. No. Not quite close enough in the slipstream. Thankfully no DRS, otherwise I think Kimi would be right past us. Ah, that's why there's no DRS. So lap 4, understeer. At this point, I realised that I probably should have put a setup on the car before the race weekend even started. But we've got DRS, and we've got a very close, attentive Finnish person behind, but fortunately not this time. Hop over the curb. Got to be very careful with that curb because you can get away with that just about, any more so, and you'll be getting a penalty. So Kimi Raikkonen once again as we skip forward, right behind. You can see him in the rear view mirrors, on the left hand side mirror anyway, and there is a penalty, well, a warning anyway, that I was just alluding to before. Keep the engine on standard because it's starting to wear a little bit. My asset management for the car engine parts is not the best. Still learning. But anyway, DRS down the front straight. Just more in defence than attack. Make sure Kimi doesn't fly past us, which we don't want. And we are just keeping within Giovinazzi's DRS. Having skipped closer to the middle of the race now, where I'm starting to get into my element and they are starting to wear off because soft tyres do not last anywhere near as hard. That curb flicks us off. Right behind Giovinazzi, maybe a little touch there. I don't think there was much of a touch, if any, but we're certainly closing in now as we just speed forward the footage a little bit. No, I'm not going faster all of a sudden, although I wish I was. Might have to pick a different engine for next year. Alright, so back straight again. DRS is on. Kimi ever attacking, ever closer. Just on the left hand side, but we fend him off because he's not going to do a Gasly what he did to Giovinazzi a few laps ago. You can see our teammate there is in 21st as well, so not too far away. That being said, 4 seconds is still more than enough, and we've got DRS, he doesn't, so he's in his private battle with Latifi. Just down into the first corner again, closing right up behind. You can see the cars are actually starting to squirm with their lack of grip, whereas me, I've got more grip, so I can just do this and try fling it around the outside. Can we hold on this time? Which the answer is a no, because we're just on that curb and it unsettles the car. Giovinazzi gets better power put down through the tyres as well. I imagine they've still got a bit of life in them, but not the most. Kimi Räikkönen pits there, as you can see, so we don't have to worry about behind. I say that just as I go on that curb again. Fortunately, it doesn't try to spin us this time. Whereas Perez, Ricciardo, and another car I didn't quite see, they are just come out the pits. They'll be with us soon. We fling it around the outside of Giovinazzi again, once, twice, and thrice in this race so far. Unsuccessful again. We've got Russell, Gasly, Giovinazzi in front of us. I hope a couple of them are pitting. So, oh yeah, Giovinazzi's pitting the way he's slowed down, even though he's activated DRS. Fair enough to him. We've got DRS to get a little bit closer to Gasly, but it's not going to help a great deal. Ralph is in the pits. Thank you very much. Look at that AlphaTauri just squirm then as he put the power down. Fortunately, it's issues I don't quite have. However, I do have the issue of grabbing that curb and avoiding this one. Gasly again with the rear end of that AlphaTauri just saying no, I don't want to go forward. And you can see my fellow medium tyre runners have caught up with me now. Perez goes down the outside. We think, you know what, I don't fancy being held up by you. Even though he's on fresher tyres and might be quicker, it's still slowing down into formation. He's got to actually get past me, which is just going to cost me time, and I don't fancy losing any time. I've got DRS. Gasly's about to pit. So, yeah. In the pits ourselves now for the soft tyres. Doing the contrary strategy because we might as well. Gets us out of all the crazy traffic. Not the best pit stop exit by me, but a brilliant stop by the boys. 1.8. That's a new world record, isn't it? Surely that's a world record. Who knows? But anyway, big news. Look. Russell behind us. Gasly behind us. Giovinazzi behind us. Räikkönen still behind us. Magnussen just ahead. The contrary strategy has worked for us. And here we are on lap 13, just inside the curb. Car feeling a bit better. Yellow flag. That's just behind us then, because thankfully that's not me. We do have a boatload of understeer there though. And what's going on? Gasly's dropped off the time machine. Yeah. Now this is something I also want to change. Virtual safety car. Put it in the middle of the screen, because when you're green like that, you can barely see how much you are positive by. It just makes so much more sense. Put it in the middle and make the colour contrast a lot better. Come on, Codemasters. And here is Gasly's retirement, right up behind George. The car's going to be running very hot because of the lack of fresh air, and it just lets go. Another Honda engine car, so hopefully that doesn't happen to us. And I would like the ability to put Honda on the side of our car, but I don't think that's an option for us in this game. But anyway, digress. The virtual safety car is ending, and now my eyes get a reprieve because of the amount trying to read the actual time is ridiculous. The amount of focusing in I've got to do if I can get my words out. Our hunt of Magnussen continues. But first, let's find out how Ralph. Not the greatest. What can you do? And here... penalty. Great. Might as well stop hunting Magnussen then. But you know what? Let's try anyway. We're closing right in on him. We've got the advantage. And we need to stay ahead of Russell and Räikkönen. So we need to keep that 3 seconds ahead. We are 4.8 at the moment, which is always good for us. And now, as we come up to the fastest part of the track, lap 16, not long left to go, right in his wheel tracks, dive up the inside, take him by surprise, a bit too much by surprise because he turned in on us. There was a little bit of contact, as we can see from the onboard here, just got away from it there, but there's a bit of a nudge just then as the tyres face off each other. Fortunately, there's no damage for us, which really helps. No need or threat for a puncture. Proper understeer there in the next corner. Don't undo all your good work, because let's face it, Magnussen's got DRS down the next straight. More understeer. I really do wish I had a setup on, but rich energy. Oh my god, rich energy. Not rich energy. Rich fuel mixture. Still got a bit of a gap on Magnussen. Now halfway around the last lap, the tyres are starting to fade, so the grip is decreasing. 1 and a bit seconds ahead of Magnussen. Verstappen wins the race, so there are going to be lots of parties in the Netherlands tonight. But our race is not over. Awful second to last corner for us. That was absolutely shocking. Magnussen 2/10 behind us. He's going to have DRS. I'm on rich fuel, not energy. Fuel. And he's closing, but not quite. We keep P15 on the track, but we get 16th overall after the penalty, unfortunately. Oh? Again?
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team's strategy. All of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Sure would be nice to be on that podium, but hopefully our time will come in the end.
So, let's review the drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Thank you, Anthony Davidson, for being so polite. As you can see there, P16 for myself, Boschong in 20th, so he beat Latifi in his private battle that they have, which is good.
Work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race?
Why are you asking me that now? Seriously? Okay.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
A little bit, yes. But strategy really helped. We did good strategy today.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
Why, thank you very much. Got a good team though. As a team, we do it together.
Appreciate
And
you.
all that good jazz. Whatever they say. So, we just lost in our rivalry with Daniel Kvyat. Acclaim is going up nicely though. So hopefully soon we'll be able to get better stuff. Good money injection there as well, thank you. Damage. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.